Cancel, 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 cancel. What we're canceling? The Spider-Man Web Beyond, whatever the fuck it was called. Great Web. So, I think it was last week they dropped the leakers dropped Spider-Man, the Great Web, which was supposed to be the multiplayer game for Spider-Man 2, and dear Lord, was it a giant missed opportunity. I was actually kind of like super blown away by it, and I was very sad and upset. I don't know how you guys felt about it because we talked about it, but like you can play up to with 5 players, I believe, and what they showed, and it looked different variations of Spider-Man, even Spider-Gwen and a Venom running around, Silk. And Silk, and like it.
This has been like Legends. This would have been just like Legends.
And what's so bad? Spider-Man, they're coming out with DLC, and supposedly this has leaked already that one of the DLC packs was supposed to be dealing with the Spideyverse, because we got a little teaser of that in Spider-Man 2. So I'm curious if this was supposed to be like, because the Spideyverse for Spider-Man 2, because it's supposed to be connected with Spideyverse and the rest of Spider-Man. I don't know. Like, I'm fucking shocked.
I mean, this is an easy thing to create, just like Legends. Legends, like, they had all the assets. They made a few new ones, obviously.
Legends
for Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah.
So like that was easy. Like, let's just put this out. It's fun. It's quick. It's not a lot to do.
Yeah.
Same with this. Like, it just seems like, because wasn't there one where they were going to create one like this, but you create your own Spider-Man?
I don't know.
I heard that was going to be one, but this looks awesome because you have like, maybe you just have like a set amount of spider people you could play.
Yeah. And
then you're just like, hey, we're going to go take down these baddies.
Yeah.
And you could do something like Suicide Squad, where you have multiple of each because there's different universes that you could go in and try to tackle all of them. And it would be fun because like you already understand the gameplay loop, and obviously new characters would have different abilities, and that would be awesome to experience.
Yep. Well, I think this one it looked like it was supposed to be open world compared to the gameplay trailer that looks pretty polished. There could be some like little fixes here and there, but it looked like it was going to be open world as well. So I don't know what happened with this. I don't know who said no, and especially like they would have did great with microtransactions, stuff like that, able to buy different suits. I think a lot of people, they would have gained a lot of, I wouldn't have bought them personally. Maybe I wouldn't, I don't know. But like this made me want to go back to play Spider-Man 2 over again. And then to like experience with friends and stuff, just swinging around.
That'd be so fun.
God.
It looks like you would traverse into potentially different universes
and fight
maybe
off.
Just like a wave in this one universe, and you'd come out. You know, I don't know, maybe Spot would be part of this. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. We don't know.
We won't know.
And I think what the main kicker was about is just like you will fight different variations of each villain, because they had a different Doc Ock there. They had a different Vulture in the trailer and stuff like that. So like doing raids and stuff like that as different Spider-Man, and like just the traveling around is like, it's great in Spider-Man 2. And just to bring that in multiplayer, oh my God, it would have been phenomenal.
Oh, just such a loss.
And I'm curious if like Insomniac's going to come out with saying, almost like what we discussed at BTS behind it, the reasonings why this didn't pan out or why they didn't want to go forward with it.
I think I just read something that says why.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I think, and this sounds similar to The Last of Us. So I'm struggling with this because I 100% agree that like this would have been really awesome to have an experience of, but I'm also kind of leaning on the side of like, I'm glad it doesn't exist in a way. And what they apparently came out and said is that this was like kind of a proof of concept trailer that they were working on, but they basically felt that it would hinder their ability to continue to produce the level of quality that they wanted for the continued story of the single player like experiences that they were building, and that this potentially could oversaturate the Spider-Man series in a way that they didn't want to risk. as well as also concerned about just the general longevity. But I'm also curious, like you guys said, like Legends was really cool, and I kind of agree. I was like, I wonder if there was ever a conversation of like, because they basically put this out as like, it seems like it was going to be like a full version game, like a free to play like Great Web or whatever. I'm like, I wonder if they ever did think about this just being an add-on experience like Legends was, where it's very limited in its scope, where you were just modifying your abilities, and you had a couple of maps that were like wave-based kind of things, and it was a fun experience to last for like 2 months, and then we were done with it kind of thing. I wonder if they ever considered that, or if they plan on making it bigger, because that's why The Last of Us canceled Factions for the same exact reason. They canceled that because they realized the scope and work involved to have their team continue to operate the live service post-launch was going to be too much and would take away from their passions, which was creating these really immersive, awesome narrative experiences, single-player narrative experiences. So they canceled Factions and decided, let's just do like a little roguelike one-off thing, and then we'll continue down the path of building our bigger, better blockbusters.
Well, just like Legends, you got proof of concept. It works.
Well, no.
And now in Ghost of Tsushima 2, you can have Legends again and have it a little bigger, a little better, but not like ridiculously blown out of the water. It should be its own game. I think same here. Like you could have done, a 2 month, like this is all you got to play. Proof of concept, and maybe in the future you can go back, make it bigger, better. I think
that's a fine line though, because it's like Legends was kind of a miracle that they were able to restrain themselves the way that they did. I think because they very easily could have had many other players come in. I mean, Sony or anybody could have came in there and been like, "Yo, you got to do more than that. We need microtransactions. We got to do this. We got to do that." And I fear that if they do make it a little bit bigger, they're not going to be able to they're either going to have to go all in or like go back to kind of where they were. I don't know if they can even replicate that again.
And especially Spider-Man being as big as it is, and how many like different variations we get of Spider-Man, and how it's big in the movies right now with Spideyverse. I can see it being more of people, like a lot of bitching, like, why don't you have this Spider-Man here?
Right.
Why don't you have this? Why isn't the storyline great? Like, what's the purpose of this? Why is it not connected to Spider-Man 2? And yada yada this and yada that. Then it's going to conflict with what their grand scope and theme of the original Spider-Man. You know what I mean? I can see them doing this like once they're done with the Spider-Man trilogy, or like I think they're planning on doing 4 of them.
Yeah,
from what I heard,
maybe. Yeah,
it is upsetting, but I think someone else should pick up this multiplayer Spider-Man game. I think a different company should pick it up, keep the same like style that Insomniac's doing, and someone in Sony pick it up, be like, hey, we can make this. We can take our time, and it can be
Here's
separate.
The map.
Here's the
Build it
map.
out.
We can be separate from Insomniac Spider-Man and create something good. And you guys still can focus in on what you have. I think that will be a smart playthrough for a different company than
Yes,
Sony.
that would be great.
Because like there's something there. There's something special there, and people want it.
Yeah.
But then we can run into the same instance with Avengers and Suicide Squad, and we'll be talking about the same bullshit over again.
It's true.
I don't know. It's like I don't know. I just feel like the combat's so fleshed out. Like you just got to make it a little different for each person.
I don't even know if you'd even need to make it different, to be honest. I mean, like I think it
Like
could
swinging.
just be. I think the mission structure is what would be really important.
Yeah.
There is like, what does the mission structure look like? And I mean, but if it was some like Ghost Recon Breakpoint where we're just going into bases and just taking people out, like doing all those like blinds, the hunter blinds and stuff.
Yeah.
If we had 3 or 4 of us to going in there to like set up our freaking web zip line things across the map and just like draw like
Create a giant
3, 2,
spider web.
1, 5 of us drop in and just take up
See,
people.
you
know?
could do different things like that. Oh, here's this mission we done before. Let's try it a different way.
Right.
Let's try it. Or they can even have challenges like tie everybody up or
a different like
Don't get hit.
quests that you have in the game itself. It's like
So I'm
finish
just
this
saying.
in 5 minutes or
So-
do it
that's what
without
I'm
killing
saying.
somebody or whatever.
Who knows? Maybe Sony will see the uproar, because there's a big uproar for this right now, and maybe they'll see it and maybe give it to a different company, and we'll probably see this in the next 10 years or 6.
God dang. Yeah, you're right.
Dude, 10 years I'm gonna be freaking 44.
And you're still going to be playing video games.
I know, but I'm gonna be old as shit.
How do you know?
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? So, I don't know. This is hard.
I mean, what else would you all have liked to have seen in a multiplayer Spider-Man other than obviously swinging around together through the world, doing like base missions? Like, what would be an interesting like mission type or thing that you've seen in other games that's multiplayer that would be really fun to integrate into this world?
So what I would like to see, since the Spideyverse is so big, you can pick any type of Spider-Man. Let's just get 5 classifications, like your standard Peter Parker, Miles Morales. We can do Silk. You can do Spider-Man 2099, and you can do Spider-Punk. Let's say those 5, and you're in that world doing your missions in those worlds. But you can also like Spidey jump into your friend's world that they're doing missions in, and you can help them out. And have a whole different environment. It doesn't have to be the size of like New York that we have now, because that's pretty massive, right? For 5 different worlds. But you can just jump in there, do their missions, fight their bad guys, and there's different variations of the bad guys. And you can jump in and help them out. I would like to see something like that. So I still get a unique experience on my own, but then I can also jump into my friend's world of the Spideyverse and experience that as well, with the same boss but different attributes to that boss compared to what environment I'm in.
I think they should do versus where someone is the bad guy.
Oh,
And they're like a little overpowered, obviously, because you got to be even. And it's
Yeah.
like you against 4 or 5
Like
Spidey.
an asymmetric multiplayer.
4v1 type.
Yeah, 4v1, 5v1. And you can set down traps and do all these things that the bad guy would do.
Actually, could be kind of cool,
That'd
like
be
a
cool.
Dead by
I'm telling ya.
Daylight kind of thing. Where
Yes.
it's like,
Curious if
Yes.
that's what they were doing a little bit.
It kind of seemed like that.
well, they did say that the villain was a Sinister Six kind of thing, but they didn't say you could play them.
Well, it looked like the scene where Venom was fighting the other Spider-Man. It looked like someone was playing Venom.
Yeah,
They were fighting Spooder-Man.
It's like Venom. You could like call down symbiotes to take
Yeah.
over people, attack them too.
I don't know.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Take
Besides the
2
multiplayer?
or 3 or 5 total people. Look out! They canceled Spider-Man.
I still think Spider-Man 2 should have been at least a co-op experience with another player.
That was a
Yeah.
missed opportunity too.
That would have been really cool because I mean, like,
Like 2 people.
I would have loved to just like go around town and just do those stupid crimes.
Yeah,
That'd be
those stupid
easy.
little crimes. You don't have to do the story thing. Just like how Assassin's Creed Unity does. You still can explore the main world, but you can't do the main mission with each other. You can do like the multiplayer missions with each other, or just like beat up bad guys.
There's still an opportunity. Game of the Year edition, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They could drop that as a free.
they
update.
finally got New Game Plus after all this
Yeah.
time. Like, are you?
I want to re-explore it. I
I don't
want
really
to
care
play
about
it
New Game
again.
Plus.
I don't either, but it's just one of those things that people like really enjoy. Like, obviously, not everyone does that, but there's some hardcore people. I feel like most games you get new Game Plus out of the box.
Well, I mean, with New Game Plus,
I'd
you
rather
get,
have
imagine imagine if Starfield didn't have New Game
Yeah.
Plus.
Yeah,
Then there wouldn't be any reason to play the game.
It's a great game.
I bet you do.
I haven't played in a while.
But I'm pretty sure with the new Game Plus, there's like new abilities and stuff you can unlock too.
that's cool.
So-
yeah, that's like in Ratchet and Clank back when that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been really neat to have, but I think it's okay.
You're,
But I would
you're
love to
just
see.
okay.
I would love to see some multiplayer
Yeah.
of some kind come out
something.
into a Spider-Man universe at some point. I think that'd be so fun.
I agree.
But do we need more multiplayer games, y'all? I mean, how many games do we got right now? All these live service games in a day. I got like 7 live service games I'm playing right now.
7?
Yeah, probably.
Wait, yes
Right.
or no?
I'm playing one.
The finals,
No one's playing that with
Fortnite,
you. Okay.
Rocket League,
Okay.
Battlefield 2042.
Who's playing that with you?
Nobody's playing with me. I'm saying
you playing
I have
that?
7 or 4 now. Wait, Helldivers.
Okay.
kind of live service, but yes.
It's
I mean, yeah, I guess it's got all the traits.
3.
Suicide Squad.
Should we need to jump back into?
I mean, technically, you could say Party Animals. So that's 7. And there's probably more. I mean, we were playing Lee's Company for a little bit. That's not live service as much, though. So many of them, though. Let's just say that.
Okay.
New battle pass.
I believe you.
Whatever. Oh my
I believe
god.
you.
Everyone has one.
I believe you.
So I don't know if I really want more multiplayer. You know,
That's fine, buddy. You don't need it.
Yeah,
You don't want it. That's
yeah.
fine. Just say it.
I don't.
Okay.
But it could be.
I love the idea, but I love the story bits more. But I
Yeah.
want co-op.
Okay.
Could be the one that you always wanted, just didn't know it.
Could be. But you said you don't want it, so
The Legends experience would be great. Like if we got something that was Legends based, that would be awesome.
That's all I'm saying.
But I also didn't like the fact that that was limited to people for little like story bits,
Yeah.
So I think if they had just like 6 or 7 stories that you
And for Legends, they're talking about Ghost of Tsushima.
yeah,
I don't want you to confuse it with Marvel Legends.
Thank you.
Because that's what I confused it with.
Because there was so many of those side quests in Spider-Man that I think would be really cool to do with another person.
Yeah.
Because they don't really need to have a single person in there doing it.
Did you see the other leak where it had environment damage? Like Venom can like you get thrown through a fucking building.
Yeah,
you're inside the building.
You do that now.
Not in Spider-Man 2. No, I meant like not a cutscene. Like you get fucking tossed into a building, you get tossed through the road to the subway system. They had that in the game.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, another leak. So,
well, there you go. Spider-Man: The Great Web.
The Great Web. What did I call it? The Big Web.
The Big Web. Yeah.
The Superior Web.
The Web Great.
The Web Great.
Fortunately, it's canceled.
Web Matrix.
So we will not see a multiplayer game. But who knows? Maybe it'll be reincarnated.
We'll never know
in some fashion in the near future.